We must only care about white lady problems. And that brings me to the allegations against Chris D'Elia. I'm going to go down for this. No, I'm actually not going to defend him that much. Look, here's what I will say. Looking very bad for Chris. I'm not going to call him a pedophile because to the best of my knowledge, I've been looking at this and it seems like I don't see any evidence of him fucking a child. That being said, I see a lot of fucking creepy shit. And what I think now is I think there's that one. You know, I think with Chris, the worst is yet to come. That's what it seems like at the minute. Now, when it first all started coming out about Chris D'Elia, all these allegations, right? I'll get you up to speed. It seems like Chris likes very young women, barely legal. Like the minute you hit 18, you might get an email from Chris D'Elia. Now, that's not illegal, but I also think it's kind of sus. There were many, many emails started by Chris where the girls were underage, and those conversations, right? It's fine to like younger women as long as they're obviously over 18. When I say younger women from now on, I mean fucking over 18. It's fine to like younger women, right? But if you're into that, especially if you're an older dude and you like chicks who are 18, 19, here's how every conversation has to start. This is the beginning of every one of your conversations. If you're into 18, 19-year-old chicks and you're a 30-something-year-old dude, this is how your conversations have to start. Hello, how old are you? Not even that. Before hello, how old are you? Hello. That's how it has to start. Show me your ID. Good evening. That's how your conversations have to start. If you're into young chicks, 18, 19, that's fine. But your conversations must start with, show me your driver's license. Good morning. That's how they start. You know, that's how they have to start. Chris's, none of them that I've seen started with that. It started with flirting and then got into age. That is sus. To me, that's sus. It's not illegal and he's not a pedophile, but that's sus. Another sus thing I saw was him emailing chicks, finding out they're 16, 17, and then going, oh, you're too young. Now that is great. Love that. Love that. Oh, sorry, you're under 18? I'm out of here. What is very sus is him coming back a few months later and going, hey, you're 18 now. Let's hang out. Sus. Now, that's not grooming. Grooming to me is staying in constant contact with an underage person until they hit 18 and then fucking, that's like preparing them. If you hit them up and then you disconnect and then you come back months later, it's not grooming, it is sus, right? On the plus side, you know, I don't know how he does that shit. I can't remember my own girlfriend's birthday. I've been with her for 8 years. It was our anniversary last week. 8 years. And her birthday a few days before that. I almost forgot it. This cunt's out there remembering birthdays of 16-year-old chicks he emailed 2 years ago. Sus. I think, judging by all of his comedian friends dropping him, the management dropping him, and all of these people who know him intimately distancing and pulling away and going, whoa, what the fuck? I think there is that one. You know what I mean? That we haven't seen yet. There's that one sitting there that maybe some people know about. Maybe Chris has gone, hey, you know, at the moment it's all good, but you might want to distance because I think the nuke might be coming. I think there might be that one that makes everyone go, whoa, I shouldn't have defended him. Fuck, didn't know about that. But we'll see. It's a developing situation, you know? You know? He really dug himself in a hole, huh? Dude, if you're into, like, just 18-year-old chicks, look, don't play a pedophile twice. Don't even do it once. Hey, you know what? If Netflix comes to you and they want you to play a pedophile, say no, okay? Just say, no thanks. I don't want millions of people thinking that I'm a pedophile. I'm not, that's not what I want to get typecast as, you know? Like Arnold Schwarzenegger was worried about getting typecast as a villain because he kept doing so many villainous roles. Chris D'Elia's out here getting typecast as a pedophile. Oh, we need a pedophile we need someone to pretend to be a pedophile. Who do we have? I'm like, oh, D'Elia looks like a fucking sex pest. Let's get him. To me, the guy was hitting up girls who he thought looked under 18, but hopefully were over 18. It seems like that's what he was into. Chicks that were legal, but looked like they weren't, you know? Which, I mean, look, on one hand, I think that's creepy as fuck. On the other hand, you go on Pornhub, that's like the most popular category in the world. So there must be a lot of cunts on Twitter looking at that shit going, what a fucking creeper, logging on Pornhub and then hitting that category. That's not my shit. I'm not into that. What I think is, I think he's a creep. Whether or not he is doing illegal things, in my head, is yet to be confirmed, but is looking pretty likely. That being said, now that I've stood with the victims, and if it is true, fuck him. If it's not true, sorry, Chris. But it's looking like it's true, so I'm going to put in I'm going to pencil in a fuck him, right? Pencil in a D'Elia in the bin, okay? Now, that being said, hey, women who are 20 years old on Twitter posting screenshots of emails of him hitting on you after you hit him up first, shut the fuck up. Have some water. Have a glass of water, bitch. You have not been taken advantage of. That's the shit that made me go, this is all bullshit at the start. Now I don't think that. But at the start when it was all coming out, there was like one 17-year-old chick and then there was another fucking 17-year-old chick. And you couldn't find those cases because there were 35,000 19 to 25-year-old women posting their stories. Bitch, you emailed him first. You're an adult. Have some water. Nothing happened. As long as it was consensual, which all that shit that I was reading, it was fucking consensual. All these fucking idiots posting stories about, oh my God, this happened to me too. I messaged Chris D'Elia, and then he messaged me back, and then I went to his hotel at 3 a.m. and we had sex. Oh my God. You haven't been taken advantage of. That's consensual sex. If you're 22 and you had sex with Chris D'Elia, if it was consensual, there's nothing wrong with that. Have some water. Now, that being said, I think Chris D'Elia is a fucking creep. Someone wrote the funniest shit on Twitter. They go, wow, Chris D'Elia got accused of this, this, and that. It's crazy. It's always the first person you suspect. But man, real shame. I really enjoyed his podcast. If those ladies are telling the truth, and there is a chance they could be lying. It's screenshots, but that shit's easier to fake. If it did happen, I feel for them, and they're very brave for coming forward, and that's a fucking shame that shit happened.